MLB The Show's coverage of Major League Baseball is on the air. Ought to be a good one here between the New York Mets and the Chicago Cubs. The Cubs vie for a key series sweep against a fellow wild card contender, and we'll have it for you next. Darvish is the man towing the rubber for the Cubs in this one. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, his last start wasn't a particularly good one, and he was rattled around a little bit. Couldn't get through the fourth inning. He's going to have to look to rebound here. He's going to need much better stuff than he took to the mound in his last start.
Stepping up to the plate, Ahmed Rosario. He will lead this one off today.
Leading off for the Mets, the shortstop, Ahmed Rosario.
Well, how's it going, everyone? Facing off against the Cubs here in Game 3, trying to salvage a game here.
Swung on and missed. It's 0-1.
Facing Darvish today.
The Cubs, as they take the field here this afternoon, they do come in fresh off a victory last time out, but they've been giving ground in the division of late. They've won just twice in their last 7 games.
Oh, yeah, Matty boy, it's time right here, D-Row, to start getting greedy. You win the first 2 of a 3-game set at home. It's time to get greedy and go for the sweep. Yeah, you got.
Let's take a quick look at the lineups. A little bit of a different look today as I'm resting a few people. So Rosario leads it off. Nimmo batting second. J.D. Davis moves up to the number 3 spot. Dominic Smith is getting the start in left field and batting cleanup. Pete Alonso drops down to the number 5 spot. Cano is in the lineup today in the number 6 spot. Ramos batting 7th. And then Jake Marisnik in right field, giving Conforto the day off in the number 8 spot. Hoping that Steven Matz goes fairly deep into the game today. Had to go pretty deep into my bullpen yesterday with the injury to Marcus Stroman after a couple of batters. That ended up being a fairly minor injury, just a blister in his throwing, on one of the fingers on his throwing hand. So he may miss 1 start, but I'll take it. It really wasn't anything significant. For the Cubs, there's your lineup: Horner, Bodie, Rizzo, Schwarber, Contreras, Souza Jr., Almora Jr., and Kipnis with Darvish on the mound. Remember, the Cubs still with a couple of injuries this season. Chris Bryant, their normal third baseman, and then Javier Baez, their shortstop. Both on the injured list. Both be about a month before one of them, or before they come back, I should say. All right, let's get back to it.
Got to take care of business in front of your home fans, without question. That's exactly what this team's doing.
Two balls and a strike to Ahmed Rosario. And a great day for baseball here. 81 degrees at first pitch. Set, and the 2-1 pitch.
He's only 4 pitches in, but he doesn't look too sharp to start the day off.
This entire series I've been struggling to score early. It's been the Cubs getting on the board first and then really being able to lock it down.
Down the third baseline. Fielded cleanly. Throw on to first in time, 1 away.
Batting second, the center fielder, number 9, Brandon Nimmo.
And here's the former first-round draft choice, Brandon Nimmo. And he's got that batting lineup near the 300 mark entering play. Now the pitch. There's a strike at the knees, 0-1. Nimmo bats left but throws right and stands in at 6'3". He was selected in the first round back in 2011.
Yeah, he has turned himself into a really nice ball player. I wouldn't put him on the superstar level, but you know what? They didn't miss with this pick either. You go into high rounds and you carve out a career the way this guy has, nice pick.
0-2, here it comes. Looked like the cut fastball there, and he got him to swing through it for the second out.
This is the pitch I think we'll see a lot from him in this game. The cutter darting in on the hitters in the opposite batter's box. It can be a real effective pitch when it's located well, and that one was right there.
J.D. Davis the next to bat, as he'll take a look at a slider here that misses for ball one. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Can't sit back long enough, and the count evens up at 1-1. Grounder down the line at third, but a foul ball. 1-2 now. Now the pitch. Not close with that one. It's way above the strike zone. And there are the umpires assigned to this one. Calling balls and strikes is Mr. Carl Dixon.
Hey, D-Row, one of the things you have to be aware of as a hitter from Carl Dixon, he'll call that high strike.
Yeah, he will. So you better be on top of your game with 2 strikes, because if they elevate, good chance Carl Dixon's punching your ticket.
And this is going to find the seam in right center and should get to the ivy for extra bases. And now he'll get into scoring position with 2 away.
That's a pitch he'll look back on and relive tonight when he's lying in bed. A pitch away from posting a 0 in the first, and he makes a big mistake, and he pays the price. So now he's got to work on leaving him out there at second base.
Looking forward to having Dominic Smith in the lineup today. He's just been unbelievable off the bench this season, as those stats indicate.
At the plate, Dominic Smith.
Oh,
as
God,
the
I
first
want
pitch
that
to
back.
him is in there for a called strike 1.
Have to
doesn't
find
really
a
have
way
a
to get that
place
guy
to
home
play.
from second now. Never know how important these
As
early
good as
runs
he's
can
been,
be.
I'm not going to play him over Alonso at first
He's
base.
set. The 0-1. Now a check swing, but he holds up in time.
And really, his
Ball 1.
only other
Hey, I know
possible
we're only in
position
the
is
top
left
of the
field.
first, but back-breaking
But,
blows are those
I've got my
2-out
second most
runners
dangerous
in
hitter,
scoring
Yoenis
position
Cespedes, in
knocks,
left
and they have
field.
a chance to capitalize right here.
Boy, D-Row, you touched it on it right there.
Giving him
I
the
think
day
as a
off
pitcher,
today.
You try to get through that first inning and not have to show all of your pitches and empty out the bucket. That 2-out double right now, he's going to have to buckle down to try to keep this game scoreless.
Oh, high strike.
And a 2-1 slider is looked at for a called strike 2. Pulled high in the air out to right field. Souza will reach out with one hand to make the catch on the move, and that ends the inning. Danger averted following the 2-out double. Back with more of this Thursday afternoon business person special following this. Steven Matz is ready to go as he'll be on the mound for the Mets. What's your take on him, Dan?
A lot of
Hey, you can't
run
always
support
judge a
this
pitcher
season.
by the numbers. I know the ERA is into the 4s coming into this start, but he's actually a pretty solid pitcher. And every once in a while, he can throw some decent games in there. It's not easy having an ERA under 4 in baseball. He's slightly over that, but this guy's a better pitcher than that ERA indicates.
Standing in, Nico Horner. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. Now swing and a ground ball for the second baseman, Cano. And quickly, there's one down to lead off the frame.
Hey, Flobo. The Tigers, huh? That's
Batting second.
straight from the rumor mill.
David.
Oh, boy.
Bodie.
Now to the plate, David Bodie. It was a 2-hit effort for him, including a home run in last night's game.
I'll try another
First pitch
soft
of the
changeup
at-bat
here.
on its way. A changeup floats outside here for ball 1. These Mets fellas, as they take the field here today, they were losers last time out, but still in a decent groove as they'd won 4 of 5 prior to that.
Yeah, Matty, if they're going to clean up their recent trend right now, they're going to have to find a way for it to start on the mound. They can't go out like last game and allow a bunch of runs and not play sound defense behind them. Both those things are going to have to change if this team's going to get it going in the right direction.
The first baseman, Anthony Rizzo.
Anthony Rizzo stands in now. First cuts for him here with the bases open and 2 away. Here it comes.
If he's able to dot that sinker down and away and execute that pitch all day, you're going to see a lot of weak contact, and the infield defense is going to be on its toes.
Smoked on the ground up the middle.
Pitch.
And that's just past the grasp of Cano into center, a base hit.
Just a floating curveball.
Nice execution
all over
right
the
there,
zone.
Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped the base hit up the middle.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even
Always
when you
have to
make
be
a good
careful,
pitch, the ball's going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
Speaking of
Standing
being
in,
careful,
Kyle
Schwarber up now.
He gets a shot to hit here in the inning following the 2-out single.
Yeah, and that hit might
But
not amount to much.
what I was going to
anytime
say
you
was
can extend an inning and give a guy with plenty of pop a chance
I need to be
swing it,
careful
the outlook
whenever
of an
I
inning
use
changes dramatically.
Steven Matz's curveball, because yeah, he has a curveball, but it's not a dramatic curveball like, for example, Seth Lugo has. His doesn't have as much break, at least in this game. So you really have to locate it well. If you don't locate it, it's just it's very hittable.
Here's the first pitch to him. Right side. Cano fields it cleanly.
Nice.
And the off-balance throw gets him as he takes away a hit, and the side is
Nice
retired.
job.
Cubs strand one, and this is still a 0-0 ball game.
Well, it got Schwarber out at least. It's been a challenge.
So digging in now, Pete Alonso. And as you take a look at the splits here, he's actually better against right-handed pitching this season.
Hit the late 2-run home run in last night's game in a losing effort. Got interesting for a second though. I thought maybe the Mets were gonna
From the stretch.
have a chance to tie it up.
And that's high for a ball, 1-0. Today's
Didn't
ball
happen,
game
though.
provides the Cubbies with a chance to end the series on a very high note, of course. A win completes the sweep.
You know, and it's not an easy thing to complete a sweep, particularly in this day and age where the games and the teams are so competitive. So a sweep at home would be extra special.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. And it's fouled away. The 1-2 is offered at and missed. He chased it for strike three.
Oh man, he's been absolutely getting overmatched at the plate the last couple of games. That's his 5th strikeout in this series alone. So clearly this pitching staff, they figured out how to attack this guy. We'll see if he
I'm
can
really
make
trying
any
not to get
adjustments.
swept.
Cano waits on the first pitch. And he got him out in front that time. Strike one. And one thing that would certainly help their cause in going for the sweep is if they can break out the big bats like they did yesterday. Several home runs in that ball game.
Listen, it's hard in this day and age with all the quality pitching to put up double-digit runs like they did yesterday. They'd certainly like to have some of those back if they could and add them to today's box score.
It's 5 pitches for Darvish. A cutter, 4-seam fastball, slider, 2-seam fastball, and a 12-6 curve.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. Pulled high in the air out to right field. Souza is under it. And that's the second out of the inning.
Batting 7, the catcher, number 40, Wilson.
Here's the catcher, Wilson Ramos. Head-to-head numbers with Yu Darvish. He's 3 for 9. From the stretch, here's the pitch. And he swings through a fastball and doesn't catch up with it. It's 0-1.
Hey, if you're able to blow a first pitch fastball by a guy, gotta believe that pitch is coming again right here.
Popped him up. Contreras is there. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Down in order go the Mets. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. Next to hit will be Wilson Contreras, and he's seen his numbers on the rise here over the last 5 games or so.
Hit a home run off of Brad Brock in yesterday's game.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Sinker's in there. No balls and a strike. Hit back up the middle.
Oh.
And a base hit, so the
second
leadoff
hit
man
like
is
that.
aboard.
Hey, I can't imagine that's a pitch he was looking for right there. But he did his best to keep his nose in there and drive that changeup for a base hit.
So coming to the plate, Steven Souza, and he's someone they're going to have to watch out for. You can see he's been a tough out over the last couple of series.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. You're asking, am I playing the All-Star game this year? Yeah, I think I will.
He's set, and the pitch. Well thrown sinker that time, down, but in the strike zone.
I was thinking about just skipping it or simming through it, but no, I think it'll be fun to play the All-Star game.
And he pops him up, drifting toward the left side of the infield. Davis is under it, no problem. 1 away.
Batting seventh, the center fielder, Albert Almora.
Stepping in, Albert Almora, and he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for.
And since I'll be doing the All-Star game, I'll also be doing the Home Run Derby
As a look at the pitch.
before that.
So far this year against South.
What I plan on doing is,
batting line of barely over.
I'll just play
so
as the
room for improvement there.
Mets
Matty, he
players.
struggled this season against
Whoever
left-handed
makes
pitching,
it
but
to the Home
maybe
Run
a little
Derby.
shot of confidence with the manager putting him in the lineup today.
Dominic
Smith
covering some
will drift
ground.
over to his right a few steps as he takes it for the second out.
Batting eighth, the second baseman, Jason Kipnis.
So striding in, Jason Kipnis, and he's a guy looking to break out in a big way. Hasn't been getting the results he or his club have been hoping for. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Easy take there on the sinker, well off the outside. This is on the ground over to first.
Oh my God, throw it. There
Off
you go.
balance throw gets him. Nice play there as the side is
It's like, what are you
retired.
gonna do, Pete? You
One
gonna run
left for
after
the Cubs.
the
We'll
guy
move
going
to
to second?
third with no score.
Think you can catch him? Just throw to first.
Here's Jake Marisnick.
Leading off with the net, the right fielder, number 16, Jake Marisnick.
First pitch of the at-bat.
And Marisnick hit that home run in the 9th inning last night.
Good pitch there. Had him a little out in front.
It was very much meaningless, but I'll take it.
And he just picked him apart in that at-bat as he's
So was
gone
that
on
swing.
3 pitches, 1 away.
Pretty textbook pitching right there. Jump ahead in the count 0-2 and then start working outside the zone. Easier said than done, but that's the way you do it.
Into the box, Steven Matz, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
Can't fall behind against the pitcher. Need to minimize pitch count against the easy outs, and this is certainly one of them.
Third inning, no score to this point. Too high, and it's 3-0.
It's amazing how guys can lose focus sometimes when the weaker hitters come up, especially the pitchers. You got to stay on the attack and minimize pitches and get these guys out in a hurry.
Three and 0, here it is. And that's finally over for a strike.
I got 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike.
Doesn't want any part of that cutter, and it's full 3-2. And he lays off here. It's ball 4.
Nice.
And that is really cause for concern as he's just walked the opposing pitcher.
Well, he battled to get it to a 3-2 count, but that pitch wasn't even close. Now he's got a man on with 1 out, so he's got to focus on trying to get the ground ball.
And that'll bring in the former top prospect, Amed Rosario. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far.
Yeah, Matty, expect this pitcher to try and get the same result as his last at bat right here. The double play is in order. Anything on the ground, the way this defense is, they could certainly roll 2.
No balls and a strike to count. Matz, base runner at first with 1 out. Oh, can't spot the cutter any better than that. 0-2 now.
It's a tough pitch right there.
And did he hold up in time?
Come
A look
on.
down, and no, he went around. It's strike 3.
I would dispute that.
Yeah, and he didn't put up much of a fight either, Matty. Got to find a way. Can't go down 3 pitches. I don't care if you're staring at him or swinging at him. You
on,
have
he
to
didn't go
find
around.
a way
It's not-
to make this pitcher work a
Not
little
even
bit
close.
harder.
He's set. Here it comes. This is hit high in the air out toward left center.
Good drop.
Almora in pursuit.
Nope.
He gets there to make the play, and that ends the inning. Mets strand 1.
Was robbed.
Home half of the third coming up. No scores. Ready to go for the last half of the inning and set to stand in as the veteran pitcher, Yu Darvish.
You, Darvish.
Is it just me, or have the opposing pitchers been hitting really well off me lately? I need to just start throwing breaking balls.
Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch.
Uh-oh.
1-0.
Missed the release on that one.
Now the 1-0 is a breaking ball that's taken for a ball.
Oh, great.
It's great to be able to face a pitcher to lead
Gonna
off
have
the
to challenge
inning
him.
and get yourself a quick out. But now you find yourself down 2-0, and he's licking.
Oh my God! See, what am I telling you?
That's a fair ball as this one gets by him at third.
I can't get these pitchers
Hey,
out.
this is perfect storm right here. This is how big innings start. You put a crooked number up on the board when the pitcher leads off an inning with a huge knock.
Oh boy. Get a double play
To the plate
here.
now, Nico Horner. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low. It's ball 1. Second at bat now. He grounded out to start the home first. Just off the inside corner, taken for a ball.
Well, we all know he's not the greatest threat with the bat up there. His numbers certainly aren't that pretty. But, hey, I give him credit. He's really working the count right here.
3-0 to him now.
Gotta be careful here.
From
Don't
the
get a big
stretch.
inning started.
And he finally gets a sinker over here for a called strike 1. A runner at first with no outs here. Line drive to center field. Nimmo is right there, 1 down.
The third baseman, number 13, David Brody.
Stepping into the box, David Bodie. So far, 0 for 1 with a flyout. Oh, it's hit to
There we
third.
go.
5, 4.
Yes.
3. It's a double play, and the inning is over.
Beautiful.
Around the horn they go. 5-4 to 3 to end the threat. 3 innings in the books. Still no score on the show. All set for the start of the inning, and into bat next will be J.D. Davis.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these two teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
Davis with the lone Mets hit in this
set.
game.
Here's the 0-0 pitch.
A double in the
That
first
finds
inning.
the zone, a called strike. Well, if you love pitching and defense, this has been a game for you. Are you happy with that, Dan?
Oh, you have to love it. You know, Matt, we have so many of these games that are 12-10 and 9-8. It's nice to see a low-scoring pitcher's duel for once.
Slider, and he can't pull the trigger. 2 strikes. Davis, a previous member of the Houston Astros. He was acquired via trade last year.
Yeah, this guy's fully
Commentator
settled in
getting
with this
antsy.
ball club right now. Knows what the manager and coaching staff expect from him. Is not taken aback by anything. He's been through the spring training process and gotten to know everybody in this organization top to bottom.
The 1-2 is swung on and missed. He got him. All right, so time now for the Cubs Road to the Show report, as we see a couple of prospects who have been performing at a high level in the upper minors. Standing in now, Dominic Smith, as he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Oh, 1 count. Here's the pitch.
Outside, that's the ball.
Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. And there's ball 2 now. Hard hit ball to second. A leaping try, but it's out of his reach and into the outfield.
That's a double.
And he'll reach second now with 1 away.
Stand up double.
Let's take another look at just a textbook swing right there. Good weight transfer, good hands to the ball, solid contact, and great extension through the ball.
Yeah, that's about as pretty as a swing gets. Nice look at it there from our camera guys as well. Up next, the power bat of Pete Alonso. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. The 1-0.
Alonso batting 5th in the lineup today. Dominic Smith in the cleanup spot.
Struck him out. He's set down on strikes for the second time today.
Yeah, I'm 6 strikeouts already. Yikes.
Here comes the second baseman, Robinson Cano. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Here's the first pitch to him. Ready with the 0-1. Yanked high and deep down the line in right. And it's a foul ball.
You can definitely tell with that foul off right there that he's picking up spin on this pitcher's off-speed stuff. Maybe expect a fastball on this next one.
Count remains at 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. Mets leave 1. On to the bottom of the 4th now, still with no score. Back here with Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian, as the left-handed hitting power threat Anthony Rizzo starts out the inning.
Rizzo.
Now the pitch. Swing and a liner.
Oof.
But right there to glove it is the shortstop for the first out.
Now batting, left fielder, Kyle.
Keno thinks the umps were bought. Maybe so.
So one away here in the Chicago 4th. And next it'll be the left-handed power threat Kyle Schwarber. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And that's inside for a ball. 1-0. 1-1 to Schwarber. Two and one.
Sitting in a good spot right here. 2-ball, 1-strike count is yet to see a fastball. Have to be sitting on one right here.
3-1 to the Cubs left fielder.
Time to wake up the offense right here. 3-1 count, all in on something over the heart of the plate.
And that's outside. He lost him, ball 4.
That's fine. I don't care.
Whoa, you know a pitcher is really fighting himself when he misses the zone by that much. I'm surprised the catcher could even bring that in.
Into the box now, Wilson Contreras. 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. Strike 1 to start the at-bat. And this catches the zone as well. It's 0-2 now.
Pretty unusual that you see a 5-0 hitter take 2 strikes in a row. Typically, those are some of the most aggressive batters in the lineup.
And he got him with the curveball. All right.
This is the kind of at bat where your hitting coach grabs you on the way back to the dugout to have a little chat about
only
your
his
approach.
first strikeout.
Not a lot of positives to draw from that at bat when you take 2 strikes and then you chase one out of the zone to go down on only 3 pitches.
So now to the plate, Steven Souza. As the first pitch to him is a changeup that can't find the zone. It's ball 1. He popped out in his first trip. Bottom part of the zone, a good changeup gets the call. Grounded down the third baseline, but this will get foul. It's a ball and 2 strikes. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. And a breaking ball in the dirt that time for a ball.
Good spot for an RBI. Put the ball in play with the runner in motion. He could score all the way from first.
Takes this the other way to right, and that's in there. Base hit. And they won't even attempt to run on that arm in right. So despite the runner moving on the pitch, it will wind up first and second here.
It's a grinder, AB. 3-2 changeup, and he's able to stay back and drive it for a base hit. Sometimes you just got to tip your hat.
And he misses inside with that one. Ball 1. 2 men on, 2 away here in the 4th. Here's a changeup that's right there, 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Ground ball sent back up the middle.
Oh!
This gets right through him, and that may be a run. The run comes across to score, and they jump ahead 1-0.
Boy, big game yesterday from these guys, D-Roy. It takes them a little while.
What kind of weak effort was that? Look at Rosario. He's just like, eh. I'm not going to bend over anymore. then I have to. I mean, what the hell was that? What a poor play.
And is the second baseman, Jason Kipnis, as he'll take a look at a sinker here, too low for ball 1. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. A ball and a strike. Kipnis, or Kip for short. His contract is set to expire at the end of this season.
Look at this. Oh, it's foul. Okay.
1 run, 5 hits. No errors so far for the Cubbies.
Oh, there we go. He straightened it out.
Into right, a base hit.
Disgusting.
Run in. Here's a second runner around third. He comes across to score as it's now a 3-0 ball game.
Usually a hitter will shorten his swing with 2 outs, but not this guy. He puts a big charge into this one and drives in a couple of runs along the way. That can be frustrating as a pitcher when you had a guy on the ropes and you couldn't finish him off, especially when he drives in runs.
Unbelievable.
Stepping in now, Darvish, as he'll take a look at ball 1. Just above the zone that time. Looked like a misfired sinker.
My bet is he's getting the take sign now on 2-0. If he's having a hard time throwing strikes to the pitcher, you might as well let him work himself into trouble.
He's fallen behind now, 3-1. Nico Horner would be next. And he misses here, ball 4.
Wow.
And somehow he manages to walk his opposite number. Wow. Digging in, Nico Horner. He's got a chance to add on to what's already been a big inning for them.
Yeah, 2 on here and 3 on the board already. They've absolutely come out and forced the issue of this inning. Matt, a hit here could really fire up that dugout.
Behind 0-2 now. And a good 2-strike pitch, but he misses high, 1-2.
Hey, this is a big pitch right here. Can't allow them to tack on any more runs.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike 3, and that will retire the side. So they pick up 3 runs on 3 hits, no errors. And welcome back. Heidi Watney standing by as we get set for the top of the 5th.
Matt, during the break, I caught up with the Mets manager to discuss his thoughts on his club's offense so far. And one thing he mentioned to me was the lack of discipline he's seeing out of their at-bats right now. He said they've been chasing at pitches out of the zone all game, which obviously doesn't usually lead to good results. Until they start being more selective with their swings, he said they will continue to struggle.
Thank you, Heidi. Wilson Ramos will stand in for the second time now as he looks at a called strike. It's 0-1. And there's ball 1.
Get out of here, Heidi. I don't have time to listen to you right now.
Way inside with that one. A pretty easy take there. The 2-1 home. Takes a pitch for strike number 2. Oh, and it's not often you see a guy like that flail so badly up there, but that was a great pitch for out number 1. Striding into the box, Jake Marisnick. Looking
Darvish
to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat. Well behind that fastball. It's a swinging strike.
Although he doesn't use that pitch too much, if he's able to steal some strikes early in the count, could be something they have to think about.
And it's safe to say he doesn't look all that comfortable up there. 0-2 now. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors on the Mets line score so far. Check swing, but he held up in time. Ball 1.
You find yourself down 0-2 in these situations. It's tough to check your swing right there. That was a nice job.
Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Schwarber is going to get there as he backs up to put it away, and there are 2 gone now.
Now batting.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and the pitcher steps in next. It'll be Steven Matz. From the stretch. Line drive to center field. And the pitcher's got himself a base hit. So he picks on the first pitch here and is able to extend the inning.
and they keep the inning alive with a base hit, but you can see that's only the third hit he's given up the entire game, so he's still in total control out there.
In now, Ahmed Rosario, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. Facing right-handed pitching so far this season, Rosario brings in a batting average resting just under .320, and they'll look to inch closer to that mark with a base hit here.
These are the stats the oppositions look at. Being great with runners in scoring position. He has certainly been that, and he's able to slow the moment down.
So far this season, Rosario is slugging just a little over 400. Not a huge threat, but he can certainly square one up on occasion. Slider, and that's hit on the ground towards second. Throw to second for the force out, and the side is retired. So in now for Chicago, David Bodie. And Dan, I'm sure the starter on the mound would like to hit the rewind button on that last inning.
Oh, no doubt about that, Max. That was a really rocky frame, but clearly not enough to chase him from this game. We'll see if he's still shaking a bit or if he's able to put this behind him.
And they won't get him to chase the curveball in the dirt that time, and it's 2-0 now.
Hey, you want to talk about being in a zone? This guy's been raking lately, and it all starts with his pitch selection. 2 great takes, and he's almost daring the pitcher just go ahead and challenge him.
And there's one down now.
The first baseman, number 44.
So one away here with the bases empty. And into bat next, the left-handed hitting first baseman, Anthony Rizzo. Popped him up. Davis is under this one as he has it right in front of the dugout for the second out.
Now batting, the left fielder, Kyle Schwarber.
So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and that'll bring up the left-handed hitting Kyle Schwarber. And that misses inside, 1-0.
Nope.
Downstairs, 2 balls and no strikes.
2 balls, no strikes.
We got no fielders within 50 feet of that ball.
Lifted down the line in left. And this will wind up a foul ball.
See if I can blow it by.
2-2. Is a wave and a miss. He struck him out. Cubs are down in order, but they're on top by a count of 3-0.
Haven't had much to celebrate in this game, but that was a nice strikeout.
And at this point of the game, I think it's clear that the plan of attack against the top of the order has worked.
Well, when you've only surrendered 1 hit to the top 3 guys in the order up to this point in the game, you know you're doing something right, Matt. You're spot on. Whatever they discussed coming into this game has worked out beautifully.
And that one's in on the hands to start the inning. It's ball 1. That's lifted the other way out to left. Schwarber is there, and he'll bring this one in.
Now batting, third baseman.
1 away now for the Mets in the 6th, and into bat next will be J.D. Davis. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Hot shot down the line.
Hey, there we go.
That gets through for a 1-out base hit. He'll get it into second.
Oh my God.
Tag, and he is out at second.
Up next to the bat, the left fielder, Dominic Smith.
Whatever.
At the plate now, Dominic Smith. As the first pitch here's a bit high, it's ball 1. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. Called strike at the knees, 1-1.
You know, over the course of a full season, you're going to have some clunkers, and this certainly looks like one. By the look on the manager's face, he's going to probably call a meeting after this.
1-2 to Dominic Smith.
Hey, it's tough when your team is being held scoreless on the scoreboard. He was trying to put him on the board with a swing like that one.
1-2 is the cut fastball, but he holds back 2-2.
I really like watching righties throw that cutter in on lefties' hands like that. This one was down 2, and if he hits it, there's a pretty good chance he's going to pound it into the ground. Maybe even give him...
Looking at a fastball to end the inning. Mets go down 1-2-3. They trail it here 3-0. Now at the plate, Wilson Contreras. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat. And he gets ahead 0-1. Up and in here as he had to bend out of danger.
Ooh, that pitch was up and in. That's one of those pitchers' purpose pitches, right? Fastball, something hard up and in. Now he can go down and away if he'd like.
2 balls and a strike now.
Yep.
Now the 2-1 pitch. He swung on and missed, and that's strike 2. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Under it is Marisnik, 1 away.
Now batting, right fielder.
So coming to the plate, Steven Souza. He's 1 for 2 in this one. First pitch of the at-bat. Fooled him with that one as he's way out in front. And a pitch in the dirt as he lays off. It's 1-1. Two and 1 now to Steven Souza.
That's where he wants that sinker to end up, but that was a nice job of laying off.
Scorched to third. Davis brings it in, and there are 2 away now. Two away now for the Cubs in the 6th, and in to bat next is Albert Almora. And he takes a cold strike. 0-1. Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike. On its way is pitch number 75. Bouncer to the left side. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. But they lead it. So here's Pete Alonso. Already the beginning of the 7th inning here, as this game has had a very brisk pace to it so far.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
Ball 1 to start the at-bat. A ball and a strike to the Mets first baseman. And he pulled up in time, but it's a called strike 2. He struck him out, the 3rd time he's fanned in the game.
No hitter is ever going to feel good about taking the hat trick with 3 strikeouts in a game, but I will say he's not the first guy to have a terrible game against my men on the mound. And you know what? He won't be the last. We all know he's one of the best in the business for a reason.
So Robinson Cano will grab a bat next, as Darvish will jump ahead of him here with strike 1.
Hey, this guy's been throwing a gem so far. We're moving on later into this game, and he's right at about league average for first pitch strikes.
Comes set, and the 0-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, and if you get a guy flailing at a pitch like that, heck, you're going to go out there and throw that same pitch till he proves he can lay off of it.
Ball.
1-1 is a cutter that misses 2 and 1. 1 out, nobody on.
Pitch taken several inches below the zone, in fact. The 3-1. And this misses here for ball 4. Just the second walk he's issued here into his 7th inning of work.
Well, he walked him on 5 pitches, but that last pitch was really good. He missed down, but only by a hair. When a hitter has a 3-1 count, he can wait until he gets a pitch he loves.
Here's the first pitch to him. Good pitch there. Had him a little out in front. Started to go around there, but he holds up ball 1.
I wonder if that call not going his way right there has anything to do with walking the last guy. We all know umpires don't give you much on the corners if you're not throwing strikes consistently.
Oh, and he can't come up with it.
Okay.
Hey, this might be their best opportunity to at least get on the board. They've been struggling offensively, and they find themselves with 2 runners on board. Let's see if they can continue it.
So it's a tight spot here. First. Set and the pitch. The cutter runs outside, ball 1. And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
Hey, time to start making some quality pitches. He finds himself in a tough spot behind an account with guys on base.
Now the 2-0.
3-0.
Even though he has a shutout going right now, this is a really tight game, and I don't think they're going to think twice about getting him out of there if he starts to lose this command. Let's see if he can start reeling it in a bit again.
First and second now, 1 man out. And this one catches the inside corner for strike 1.
3-1 with 2 on, and this is where you got to be geared up for something to drive. I don't think you can just groove him one right here. You still have to try to make a competitive pitch.
Hitters count all the way. Here it comes.
3-2.
And now in advance of a big 3-2 pitch, time is called at the plate as he'll press the reset button. Now the 3-2 pitch.
Oh.
Now here's a check swing,
Okay.
and they appeal down to first. No swing, so that's ball 4.
As we look at the numbers, we can see that he's north of 90 pitches right now, so it's not surprising to see him maybe losing a little bit of command. We'll see if he can battle through this and finish strong.
Okay. I'm going to go with McNeil.
Jeff McNeil will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
Number 6.
And he lays off there, 1-0. Bases are loaded with only 1 out. Grounded to the right. Rizzo is there to second for 1. On to first, it's a double play as their woes continue. The inning is over. A couple of walks, but no damage. Back with more of this Thursday afternoon business person special following this. Justin Wilson will come on in relief now as he'll make his 35th appearance of the season.
Number 38, Justin Wilson.
No, I'm not. I'm not using Lugo today. I don't plan on it.
Last half of the 7th here, and standing in now, the power-hitting second baseman, Jason Kipnis. Wilson has seen his role change with those one-batter lefty specialists going the way of the dodo as a part of MLB's pace of play initiatives. Wilson is exactly what you want out of a bullpen arm. It's a rare occasion that anyone squares him up. He doesn't give up a lot of hits, and when he does, they're almost always kept in the yard.
Matty V, there are 2 keys to being a good relief pitcher, and always remember these. 1, limit the base on balls. 2, keep the ball in the ballpark. You can't defend a walk, and you can't defend a round tripper, and he does both.
Ready for another shot now, Darvish. He's been great on the mound, so we'll see if he can do something with the bat here as well. He's earned the chance to take this at-bat.
Yeah, Matt, when a guy's throwing the ball as well as he has, it kind of forces the manager's hand to stay with him. He's been exciting to watch, and he's really had this crowd behind him the entire game.
And the slider gets him swinging. 2 gone.
Really good late bite on that slider right there. The best ones have that late action that just darts at the last minute. They're so tough to get the bat on, and when you've got that good slider going, it's a great strikeout pitch.
To the plate now, Nico Horner, as he takes a called strike on the black. It's 0-1. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Comes set with the 0-1. Oh, and he dusted him off the plate that time. Some mind games being played now. It's 1-2. 2 out, nobody on. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Cubs are down.
So Wilson looking impressive against his former team. See if the Mets can do anything here.
New inning set to get underway, and coming forward now is the shortstop, Ahmed Rosario. First pitch coming, here it is. Swing and a miss, and he's behind 0-1. The Cubbies are maintaining a slim lead in the late going of this series finale, so if they can wrap it up, they'll complete the series sweep.
Hey, Matt, what a great spot to be in. You're playing good baseball. You're going for the sweep, and you're leading by a few runs going into the later innings. Now it's just time to close the deal.
And even sweeter, of course, is getting that series sweep in your own ballpark in front of the home faithful. So we'll see if they can send these fans home happy.
No doubt about it. Fan base is excited. They're all out in full force, coming to the ballpark, hoping to witness a sweep, and it looks pretty good at this point.
The 2-1 home. And he checks his swing. Did he go around? Yes, says the first base umpire. Strike 2. Now time called at the plate as he'll step out and try and start it again. The 2-2. It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone. Nearly a big fly to start the inning. Instead, a foul ball. Here's another 2-2. And he struck him out. And there's strikeout number 11 in the ballgame. It's been a low-scoring affair. 3-0 our score as we show you the numbers for our two starters to this point in the contest. Digging in to try it again, Brandon Nimmo. His dominance continues on the mound, but it seems like he might be running on adrenaline only at this point.
Yeah, he's been so great in this one. You want to see him finish what he started, but you also have to start worrying about things like injuries. He's thrown a lot of pitches in this one, and some guys are just more capable of that than others, but not a lot of good things tend to happen when you've worked as hard as he has in this one.
2 balls and no strikes to the Mets center fielder. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Lazy fly ball out to center field. Almora races in. He gets there and makes a fine running play for the second out.
Up next to the bat, the third baseman.
Now batting, J.D. Davis. So far 2 for 3 in this one. First pitch of the at-bat.
1-0.
Hey, curveball that kind of backed up on him right there. Might have popped out of his hand just a little bit earlier than he intended.
Now the 1-0.
2 balls, no strikes.
Pretty easy takes to start out this at bat. None of those pitches were even close to the strike zone.
Out of play. The 2-1 home. A swing and a ground ball to third. But this will be a foul ball as that evens things at 2-2. Bases are empty here with 2 men out.
No.
Started to go. Did he hold up in time? Yes, says the first base
This
umpire.
guy's been
It's
ringing me
ball
up all
3
day,
now.
so I was waiting for it.
Now a ball lined to the
In
left
front.
side.
That was a good pitch
But
to
this will
hit.
be a foul ball. Another payoff pitch.
Oh,
High in
God,
the
that
air
was a
out
ball.
towards shallow
Actually,
right.
no, it was
Souza is
right
under
at the
it.
top of the zone.
No trouble with this one, and the inning is over.
Probably would have
Down
been a
in
ball.
order go the Mets. They trail in this one 3-0.
Okay. I am going to live
Lead off
dangerously
for
here.
the Cubs, the third baseman, David Brody.
Dylan Betances is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th.
Number 68, Dylan Betances.
Betances has been, first few weeks of the season, he was just absolutely lights out. He's really struggled since then. I haven't used him in many close games recently, but this is one of them.
Set, here it comes. Slurve
This is just a
in there,
situation
strike
where a lot of the Mets bullpen is really used up over the past few games, so going to guys that I don't normally go to.
That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. And now a A curveball that's low and in the dirt for a ball. It's 2-1. Clearly off with his timing on that one. A swinging strike. Swung on and missed. Really fooled him that time for the first out.
Well, we've seen some really good pitching from these guys in this one. The bullpen has looked sharp and it backed up a nice effort turned in by the starter. These days, pitching has become a full staff effort, and I've been impressed with the job these guys have done so far.
And that's in there for strike one. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. 1-1 the count to the Cubs first baseman. One out, nobody on. Gets a good piece of it there, but this is fouled off toward the third base coaching box. No offer at that one, and the count moves to 2-2 now on the Cub first baseman. Maybe trying to back him up a bit there with the fastball.
Don't let this guy on.
He's set. Here's the 3-2.
Oh.
Man, the batter's eyes lit up right there. A hanger just a little bit out in front. Couldn't keep it fair.
Count remains full. Making him work out there. The 9th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Now a ball lined to the left side, but foul. Fouled away.
Oh man, oh man.
Good battle. Count remains full.
6 fouls in a row. This is turning into one of those epic at-bats. Who's going to blink first? Is the pitcher going to continue to attack the zone, or is the hitter going to come outside it?
The next 3-2. A bouncer to the left side. Davis grabs it cleanly. Throw on to first. 2 gone.
Oh man. What a battle there.
Up next to the Cubs,
Jeez.
the left fielder, Kyle.
Now I have to face Schwarber. I'm all tired now.
Next will be the cleanup hitter, Kyle Schwarber. He struck out swinging in his last trip
Keep
to
this
the plate.
damn thing in the park,
Stance
please.
sets. Here's the first pitch.
Oh.
On the ground
Okay.
up the middle. Rosario brings it in. And 8 innings have come and gone
All
now
right.
as the inning is over. 3 up, 3 down for the Cubs. But they're on top by a count of 3-0.
Last chance.
Dan Winkler takes the ball now in inning number 9, looking to close the door.
Number 43, Dan Winkler.
Leading off the inning, Dominic Smith, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
They look like they're up against it here, down 3 on the road, trying to come back against the closer.
9th inning begins as the first pitch is taken for
Cutter,
ball 1.
fastball, curveball, 2-seam fastball. So a 4 and a 2-seam.
Can't
It's really-
quite nip the corner. It's a ball off the outside.
There's really no
2-0 to a guy with this kind of
significant
pop. You better be
off-speed stuff
awfully
here.
careful,
Just cutter,
because he's gonna be
fastball,
swinging out of his shoes.
curveball, fastball. Okay, so the curveball is the slowest
Here
pitch,
it comes.
more than likely. Two balls, 1 strike. Oh.
Skied in the air to straightaway left. Schwarber comes in a few steps as he hauls it in for the first out. Cubs are into their bullpen now as there are the final numbers for their starter. It was a really nice day on the mound for him.
Wow, what a powerful performance. 8 shutout innings in line for the win.
At the plate, Pete Alonso.
Nope.
Swing, high
Think I
drive,
got it.
left field and deep. Back
Yep.
it is the left fielder into the bleachers and gone.
That's a 2-run game.
solo shot here to left, and that is 27 for him on the year, and the Mets will cut the deficit now to 3-1.
Wow, talk about a guy getting hot, right? Hits a bomb, hit one yesterday. Usually when he gets hot, he starts to hit them in bunches, and this could be the beginning of a very, very good hot streak.
Here's Robbie Cano now. He'll go after a curveball out of the zone to start the at-bat. It's 0-1. Here it comes. 0-2 now.
Man, that's a lot of break on that curveball.
So he goes back-to-back with the same pitch and got him to chase it both times. He's clearly not picking up that pitch very well.
So he was confident doubling up. Does he triple up on it?
It's always tough to go back-to-back. It's not a good idea to show a good hitter the same pitch 3 times in a row. Hey, D-Row, there's a case of trying to sneak a piece of cheese by a guy after starting him off with back-to-back off-speed.
All right, I got a pinch run here.
It just has him 0-2. You can't get that fastball by him.
Yeah, you're doing him a favor right there. You got him dead to rights, 0-2. You can expand the zone. You can go north, south, east, west. And what does he do? He leaves a fastball, a hittable fastball. And he was able to get a knock.
And that'll bring up Wilson Ramos. And on the first pitch, he grounds foul. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Ready with the 0-1. Curveball fooled him there as he's way out in front. And a big pitch coming here late, so he'll step out and ask for time. And this one's in the dirt. Good job there as the count goes to 1-2. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way.
Tried to get him to bite on that curveball, but no luck. It'll be interesting to see what he goes with now with the count even at 2-2.
2-2.
Would have been a ball.
Big rip at the curveball, but he didn't get it, and he becomes the second casualty of the inning.
Well, that's just a quality pitch right there. The location was excellent because if it's put in play, there's a good chance it's on the ground for a double play. And, hey, a strikeout always works, too.
All right, I'm going to pinch hit for Marisnik here. Last chance. Here's Michael Conforto.
Michael Conforto will be called upon here to hit with the game on the line.
Michael Conforto.
A ball and no strikes.
Hey, this isn't going to be an easy save. These guys are making him work for this one.
Two out with the man at first. A ball and a strike.
1-1.
From the belt, kicks and deals. Swing and a miss, and they're up against it now as they're down to their final strike of the afternoon.
Yeah, Matty, I'm going to need a better approach out of the 8-hole hitter. He's hitting in the bottom of the order for a reason. He's got to be willing to work the count, grind it, get this pitch count up, and get on for the boys in front of him.
Struck him out. The Cubs continue their push for the postseason and sweep a fellow contender.
Well, that's not exactly how you draw it up. He gave up a long ball to make it interesting, but it was the only run he gave up, and he hangs on to collect a save.
3-1 the final score this afternoon. The Cubs took the lead in the fourth and held on until the end. Darvish earns his 8th victory of the season, picking up 11 strikeouts along the way. Dan Winkler closes the door for the save, his 20th of the season. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.
That's tough. It's a good game. Oh well. The highlights.
Here now is our final line score this afternoon. First for the victorious Chicago
This was
Cubs.
a lousy play by...
6 hits, no errors.
I'm still kind of pissed about that by Rosario. You know, and that just opened the floodgates that inning. They scored 3 runs.
No errors. They left
Here's
8
Kipnis with a
on
double. You know, inning
Time
should
of
be
the ball
over already.
2 hours and 39 minutes.
Marisnik can't cut it off.
Our paid attendance at Wrigley
All the
Field
way to
this
the
afternoon,
Ivy.
41,649.
Darvish was
As always, we thank you for your support of Chicago
really
Cubs
good today.
baseball and remind you to please drive home safely.
Kept the Mets guessing. Alonso struck out. I think, was it 3 times? I don't know. His last at bat, he was happy to not have to face Darvish. And he smashed a solo home run off of Winkler. And Cano with 2 strikes got a hit. But then Conforto punched out on a curveball. And that'll do it. Box score, Davis had 2 hits today, but didn't score. Yeah, Alonso struck out 3 times. Ouch. Matz gets the loss. He drops to 8-5. Both Wilson and Betances were pretty good out of the bullpen. 2 RBIs for Kipnis, 1 for Almora. Darvish goes to 8-6. Winkler with his 20th save, although he does give up a run. So the Mets get swept by the Cubs. Face off against the, hey, my reward is Wilmer Flores. I don't really, it's irrelevant to me. I like Wilmer Flores. I don't play Diamond Dynasty though. I don't play that mode. All right, so Phillies are my next opponent. Let's advance today. Here's our next matchup. Mets beat Irvin last time they faced him. Let's take a look at the standings.
TGIF, and welcome to Inside the Show. Starting off in the National League East, the Cubs earned the 3-game series sweep as they got the best of the visiting Mets 3-1. The Giants totaled 11 hits as they took down the Nationals in Washington 7-0. Garrett Cooper was fantastic at the plate, collecting 5 hits, helping the Marlins take care of the Phillies 5-3. He is currently among the NL leaders in batting average. John Gant collected his first W this season, leading St. Louis to a win over the Rockies 2-1. The Los Angeles Dodgers picked up 14 hits in total as they took down the visiting Diamondbacks 7-6. The Cincinnati Reds smacked 15 team hits as they made short work of the Padres 14-5. The Toronto Blue Jays swatted 4 home runs in this one as they beat the visiting Rays 6-5. The Baltimore Orioles sent 3 balls into the seats as they beat the Tribe in Cleveland 7-6. The Tigers combined for a 4-hitter as they took down the Chi Sox in front of a home crowd 7-4. Homer Bailey got the win, his 6th so far this year, leading the Twins to the win over the Yankees 2-1. The Halos amassed an impressive 6 home runs in the game as they got the win in a laugher against the Rangers 8-1. The Royals combined for 10 hits as a team as they bested the Mariners in Safeco Field 8-2. And that'll do it for today. Enjoy the games, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.
All right. Well, got swept. How are we doing in the wild card? Still in the wild card. So are the Cubs. So those are the two wild card teams facing off. Rockies and Nationals just outside of it, and they're both at 500. All right, so that'll do it. Play this game tomorrow. Playing the entire season as the New York Mets. I do at least one game a day, sometimes two. And if you haven't already, you can subscribe for more games. Thanks for joining, and see you at the next one.